Imagine a city street in the dead of night. The buildings are dark, the sidewalks are empty, and the only sign of life is a single wedge of light slicing through the pavement. Inside this glowing glass box, 4 figures share a tiny enclosed space. This is the setting of Edward Hopper's 1942 masterpiece, Nighthawks, an image that defines the experience of being alone in a crowd. Look at the man and woman at the cherry wood counter. Their hands are resting just inches apart. Physically, the distance between them is negligible, yet there is no eye contact. There is no conversation, no acknowledgement of the people nearby. Each person is locked in a private, internal world. Hopper is capturing a specific reality of urban life, the experience of being physically surrounded by others while remaining entirely alone. Edward Hopper was a painter uniquely attuned to this psychological weight. He spent decades prowling New York City with a sketchbook, looking for the quiet, static moments that modern life often ignores. He completed Nighthawks in January 1942, just weeks after the attack on Pearl Harbor. The painting was born in a moment when the United States was transitioning into the high-stakes anxiety of World War II. In New York, mandatory blackout drills were held to prepare for potential air raids, periodically plunging the city into total darkness. Against these fearful, darkened streets, Hopper's brightly lit diner looks like a fragile sanctuary. It is a beacon of light in a city overshadowed by the threat of war. Despite this wartime context, Hopper noted that he wasn't consciously painting the war itself. He was simply painting the solitude he felt in a massive metropolis. Hopper utilized the immediate tension of the era to reveal a deeper, more permanent psychological condition built into the architecture of the modern city. This feeling of isolation isn't accidental. It's a result of deliberate compositional engineering. Hopper used the architecture of the diner to create an emotional vacuum. Consider the lighting. At the time, fluorescent bulbs were a new technology. Hopper used their harsh, sterile glow to bathe the interior in an artificial light that bleeds onto the dark pavement, turning the diner into a glass-walled terrarium. There is a disturbing structural omission. The door is missing. There is no visible way to enter or leave. This hermetically seals the subjects inside. The glass window acts as a voyeuristic barrier, allowing us to see the patrons while explicitly locking us out. Inside this trap, even the people are a fabrication. Hopper and his wife Jo served as the models for the figures, meaning a real-life couple was used to portray a group of disconnected strangers. The scene is a series of near misses. The couple sits shoulder to shoulder, yet they remain psychologically distant, lost in their own thoughts. The lone customer at the counter sits with his back turned, hunched defensively, while the bartender is physically pinned behind the counter, staring into the middle distance. By manipulating light, glass, and spacing, Hopper forces both the subjects and the viewer into a state of passive isolation. The tension in Nighthawks stems from a complete lack of action. Absolutely nothing is happening. This stillness makes the painting a prophetic blueprint for 21st century urban existence. The fluorescent glow that isolated Hopper's subjects has been replaced by the cold blue light of our smartphones, which creates that same barrier between us and the person sitting right next to us. We see it in crowded cafes and on public transit. We sit in close proximity to hundreds of people, yet we remain entirely sealed off by our screens and our headphones. The modern city has reached a state where we are perpetually surrounded, yet we have mastered the art of being alone together. As the lights in the diner dim, we are left with the same silence Hopper observed 80 years ago, the quiet, unspoken weight of living in a world of strangers.